Hello everyone and welcome back to AC Shuffles. Today I have a double review for you today. And this review I've been waiting for a while to do, but I'm pretty excited to do it. And today's review is on the Playmates Rodan and the Playmates Gorosaurus. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with the paint job for Gorosaurus. It is a nice blue color to him. He's got the the brown eye, which very nicely detailed. And then you got his whole back is just this one blue color, but it does look like it didn't destroy all monsters, so I think it looks good. You got two fangs in the front, looks kind of cool, and then mouth is that nice pink on the inside, very awesome. And the fingernails are their own color, which is really surprising from Playmates, because usually on the Breeding Godzilla, which I mistakenly bought, it's just all the same color, where this, they actually added the detail of that, so that looks really cool. The belly and the bottom of the tail are all this kind of, I'd say maybe like a whitish color. It looks nice, and then he has the claws on his feet that are all painted nicely. So that's that for Gorosaurus, and now it's going to Rodan. So for Rodan, he has little gold things of gold on his head. His beak is gold, his fingers, and then his chest. The chest looks really good. I like it. It's a nice contrast to the brown that's pretty much everywhere else on the figure. Some black eyes, that's kind of creepy, but hey. But nice pink tongue, but the rest of the mouth is brown. Kind of annoying, but what are you going to do about it? It's a nice figure, and it's affordable too. On the back side, the wings are all just brown, and then they got this green going down his back along with the gold stripe down the middle. I really like that, and I have never seen the 56 Rodan movie, but that may not be a feature of him that was on the Rodan, but I really like it. And his toenails are gold, with pretty much every other part of his body being brown. So now, let's get on to articulation. Starting off for articulation with Rodan, he has a swivel at the head, which could go 360, and that's it. So you're not going to get any wing bends. I mean, they are kind of a rubbery plastic, but you can kind of move them around, but that's no articulation there, no articulation in the legs, just the head, which if you're going to have him flying above, like I don't think you need much articulation, and you have him in a pose where he can fight something, but that's pretty much that's all the articulation you're going to get. But for Gorosaurus, on the other hand, his head can move 360, but there is like this little uneven part, which kind of annoys me, because his head doesn't, as long as it's straight on, like, and this is not even straight on, that's the straight on that it is, but if you have it at an angle, it's just like, ew, no, or like, that's fine, I can move 360, arms can rotate 360. Sorry about that was a camera problem, but as I said before, arms can rotate 360, legs, a little stiff, and I don't think they can move. Well, let's try it out. They can move 360, both legs, but it is kind of a pain, and the lower part of the tail can move 360, so that's pretty good articulation for a Playmates figure. I mean, we're not used to this much articulation, but the Godzilla vs. Kong line had some pretty good articulation, but that's pretty good. Now, let's move on to detailing for Rodan. You have the nice sparkly chest, and let's see, you got a lot of texturing on the inside of the wings, kind of smooths out towards the bottom. Then the legs, they have that nice texture to them, kind of like a suit from the 50s. And as I said before, you have that little stripe, and then you got the little wrinkles on the neck from when that was probably a guy in a suit that was meaningless. And on the bottom, what does that say? That says Toho, and yeah, Toho, and then you can read that. Okay. Alright, let's move on to Gorosaurus for detailing. He's got a really nice texture, like a scaly, like reptilian texture all over his head. Then more wrinkles as you go down, but still that texture that scales. And then you got these spikes, which they're pretty kid friendly because I mean this is not going to cut you unless you're purposely trying to cut yourself. But yeah, and there's nice like splits the tail up into little pieces. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much scaling everywhere, and then the inside of the mouth is just kind of smooth. Like there's no real texture in there, but you can see there. Rawr. The eyes are, as I showed before, are very detailed. Can we get to focus? No. Yeah. Well, that's that. Now let's move on to size. The Playmates Gorosaurus and Playmates Rodan next to some other figures you might have in your collection with the Bandai Ultraman Zeton and the Bandai Ultraman Ace, which they scale alright. I mean, I kind of prefer Ultraman Ace to be a little shorter, but they're from different companies, so it's pretty much what you're going to get. And then Zeton is pretty good height. And here is the Playmates Rodan and Gorosaurus next to another Playmates figure I have, which is the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla. And they do scale pretty well with Godzilla. I mean, we've never seen the monster vs. Godzilla with these old guys, but they look pretty good. So that's Godzilla. Some more Bandai vinyls with the Bandai Movie Monster Series Kiryu from Tokyo SOS and the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2005 or 2004 Final Wars and the Bandai Ultra Monster Series 500 Black King. So yeah, of course the Ultraman 500 series is a lot shorter, which I did not like that about them, but otherwise here are those figures compared to a giant of a figure. The Mattel Legacy Collection Jurassic World not a Patasaurus, Brachiosaurus. He's a little taller, but yeah. Pretty big figure. Before the video ends, I would like to show you the boxes that these guys came in. So here's Rodan's box with the Playmates background of Godzilla, Rodan 1956. You got Playmates 4 and up. I don't see that's a problem, but anyway, Godzilla with the side, Godzilla, Rodan, Playmates. To the back, here are the other figures you can get. I have this one. I don't want to review it. It's broken. I don't want to touch it. And then Jet Jaguar. But then collect all the monsters. You got Gorosaurus. Give him. Here's his box. Similar, almost the exact same, but we have the Gorosaurus 1968. Same on the other side. Then same figures on there. If you want to, then some Lego Mumbo Jumbo. We got Godzilla from Toho. Just focus on there. Same thing on that, but yeah, those are the boxes. So overall, for the Playmates Gorosaurus and Playmates Rodan, I really like these figures. Articulation could have been a little bit more, but the details are alright for a Playmates figure. So I enjoy these figures. So as always, this is H. Shuffle signing off. Stay safe and have fun.